Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Midnight's Edge After Dark. Hope you enjoyed our special Ladies' Night. Oh yeah, it's Ladies' Night, and the feeling's right. Oh yeah, it's night. Oh wow, oh wow, tonight.
I wanted to use that song, mama. For it.
Okay, I'm doing the John Lovitz version from The Wedding Singer. Sophisticated mama. I do Barry White.
He's
okay,
losing
right.
his mind.
Hey, how's it going?
Reap the benefits.
How's it going out there, everybody? According to our latest marketing search, we have 6.5 seconds to rope you in, and I hope you're fully roped. Okay, so this is another episode of Midnight Edge After Dark.
I don't think my John Lovitz impression or your singing will help that at all, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a ticket. Because we're all members of the PLO, Pathological Liars Anonymous. So anyway, I'm of course you're Mr. Robot, you're Mr. Everything. You're Narrator Supreme, the World Intercontinental WWE Champion, former champion, Mr. Robb Robot Shlomo.
Former champion.
He's always.
You're cutting out a little bit there, Rob. Hopefully we catch up here. We're trying the Facebook because nothing else is working for us. So you'll have to bear with us, folks. The internet is not our friend tonight. Technology is not our friend tonight. So I have a feeling this show is going to explode at some point.
Yes. So take cover if you have headgear, please put it on. We cannot make any guarantees. This show may be hazardous to the user, as they say.
Don't listen to it around small children or small animals.
Beware. And it's show for free. I mean, what is there? What is there to beware of? Style section says Rob is a mad champ. Yeah, mad. That's right. I am a mad champ. Woo-hoo. So anyway, actually, my dream when I was little, very little, I wanted to be a professional wrestler. When we see how well that worked out. So
don't we all though?
Ivan Putski was my favorite. Yeah. All right, let's just jump in. We got news, we got Batman news, we got controversy brewing, as Prince would say, controversy.
And which one are we touching first?
We're gonna do the controversy first.
Oh boy,
because I wanted to get that out of the way.
I predicted this again. Was it the other night?
Oh, you did this the other night?
No, I predicted it, didn't I? Was
it
last night or the other night with you? I can't remember which now, but yeah, somebody reported that Anna Diop had deleted her account, and I'm like, oh boy, guess what's next? So tell us a little bit about that, Rob.
Yeah, apparently Anna Diop has deleted her Instagram account because, and she hasn't said this. I haven't seen anybody say this, but everyone and they're assuming it's because of racism. Ooh, there's racists on the internet. Ooh, look out. There's racism. Hey, Tom.
Yeah, I seen one vaguely racist comment.
You're racist. You're racist for pointing out it might be racism.
I know. We predicted this. This is just ridiculously insane.
You're racist for pointing out it's ridiculous. Racism. I can't be a racist. I identify as a basketball. So.
Oh shit! But what color basketball?
I'm the WNBA basketball. So that way, it's more inclusive because most of those girls, play for the other team, so to speak. So,
Rob.
Ooh, did you see the Sue Bird photos and the ESPN Bodies issue?
No.
I'm telling you. So yes. Okay. Well, anyway, let's go. I'm going to touch on this. At SEMA, whatever. You didn't miss anything so far, except for the stories of my aspirations to be WWF Championship when I was a wee lad. So that's, it was so sad. We just watch wrestling. They're my older brothers, my dad. I said that's gonna be me one day. That's gonna be me, and they'd say, "Shut up, you're an idiot." I told you not to be stupid, you moron. Like, why do you squash my dreams?
Because your dreams are so squishable.
Yes. You're racist for pointing out they're squishable.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so anyway, Anna Diop has taken her Instagram account offline. She's gone dark. She's yes, random game user 42. She does look like a hooker. That probably had something to do with it. Okay, really, you can just take your pick of any outlet you want who was reporting this, because they're all saying the same thing. They're all saying how it's so terrible. Oh, she's only diversity, blah blah blah. She wants to. It's unfair. We need to think outside the box. We need to, and we're all such horrible human beings. We're terrible because we couldn't get over the fact that a young African American woman would play a white superhero. Ooh, this is terrible. First of all, she wasn't a white superhero. She's orange. Okay, she's an orange superhero. She's an alien. White, black, whatever, doesn't, yellow, green, purple doesn't apply. Okay. Second, why is this our fault? The costume department and makeup people put her in a dress and a wig that make her look like a hooker. But apparently that's not enough. Yeah. Paul Feig of Ghostbusters fame has decided to chime in. Oh, yeah, it gets
better. That's right. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Paul Feig. Now I have to go full Paul Feig mode. Comic book fan community, you have to loudly denounce these racist trolls who make these attacks. They do not represent the fan community, and the fan community cannot allow itself to get painted with this brush. It's such a small number of hateful people doing this. Stand up. Good advice, Paul.
Wait a minute. What did he just say at the end there? Reread that again.
Said, they do not represent the fan community.
No, a little bit farther back. They are a small... Wait. What?
You have to loudly denounce these racist trolls make these attacks. They do not represent the fan community, cannot allow itself to get painted as mothers. When it's such a small number of hateful people doing this.
Gee, I remember when Ghostbusters was out, everybody was a hateful racist troll if you didn't like the movie.
Oh, well, really? Oh, geez. Thou dost remembereth not too well, apparently.
And again, I seen one quasi-racist remark. I'm not taking the blame for this. Fuck this. DC, you know what? Shove it up your ass. Get a better costume designer. Don't blame it on the fucking fans. I'm done.
Graham is saying I'm being extremely petty. Well, it's not being petty. Listen. We're getting into professional victimhood. Okay, first it's Kelly Marie Tran, and then you're racist if you don't like Ray. You know, you're racist if you don't like this. You're racist if you don't like. Well, at some point, you know, maybe you got to take a step back and, hey guys, you know, what about this didn't work? What about this didn't work? What was it about Ghostbusters that didn't work?
Well, and okay,
what is it about Teen Titans that's not working? When Robin says "fuck Batman," you have a problem.
Well, let me take it back a step just to kind of give some context here. You know, we've been through this and time again. I predicted this shit. As soon as her account got shut down, I said, great, you know what's next. They're going to blame the fans, saying they're racist and they don't like Starfire, and that's the problem. When every single person I saw said the same damn thing. Anna Diop's a beautiful woman. Why the fuck did they make her look like a cheap hooker?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, you couldn't...
That's our fault,
I have no idea.
That's our fault.
That's our fault, obviously. You know, let me tell you. That's me. I did it. Endar0, thank you for the $5 super chat. So not only will they limit their audience with the mature rating, they also played the race card. Yeah, they didn't just play the race card. They played it like. Did you ever see?
They played it by the book. Crack? I'm sorry, which one?
With the Marx Brothers.
I didn't know the name of the movie.
Animal Crackers. The Marx
Animal Crackers. They're playing years and years ago.
They're playing. Yeah, they're the Chico and Harpo playing cards, and he just keeps on. It's a spade. It's a spade. Yes, he throws on like 8 or 9 or 10 ace of spades. And how many ace of spades are there in this deck? But they keep playing the same card all over again. Eventually, somebody's gonna get wise, and if not us, I mean,
Well, we did. We seen it coming a mile away. But now I've seen, I don't know how many reports today about these racist fans, and I seen one comment where it said something about the tone of her skin should be, I can't remember if it was lighter or darker, and it don't matter because it was a stupid fucking comment. What kind of idiot makes a comment like that when if that's the crux of your problem, then you have your own personal issues and you need to go away. So one person said something, so now it's a bunch of racist fans, or in Paul's words, a small group, which is true, and that's what he did not remember when Ghostbusters come out because he was blaming everybody, you know. And I don't even know why Paul Feig's putting his hat into this other than, look at me, I'm Paul Feig, I got something to say about this. This reminds me of something I dealt with 3 years ago, basically.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure someone said, "Hey, Paul, maybe you should say something." Can I please ask the question? Can we please hear from Anna Diop? Can we please?
Yeah. Haven't heard one thing
hear from her, an official statement from her or her agent, or from the studio. Same with Kelly Marie Tran. Can we please have somebody, in official capacity, say something? Say why she took down her Instagram, because people take down their Instagram accounts all the time.
Right, as we come to learn with Daisy Ridley, she didn't take it down because of Star Wars fans, as the media claimed. She claimed it was because she couldn't keep up with it, and she was spending too much time on it.
Yeah, there was a pop I just heard, and he just came in a little louder. I don't know what that was about. So,
I don't know. This Facebook tonight is not working too well either. It's like we're cursed. We're cursed. We're not supposed to talk about this. Somebody's trying to shut us down.
Yeah,
it's government. They're trying to shut us down.
Did you ever see did you ever see Spies Like Us when Chevy Chase is pretending the mic is cutting out on him?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to answer a question. Yeah. Yeah, Ambrosio Giovanni says, "Man, great point. This seems like DC's Inhumans. They will put it out there just to die because, damn, aside from Robin, I haven't seen any positive reaction." Yeah, the reaction to this has been horrendous, actually.
Right, and even the reaction to Robin has been, "What the fuck is he doing saying fuck really Batman?"
Yes.
Did I lose you?
I have not. No, I'm still here. Yeah, and there has not been I haven't seen a single positive reaction about Titans anywhere. And I said, I would like to see an official statement from somebody from DC or from Anna Diop's people, from her agent, or from herself, saying, yeah, you know what? I had to take down my Instagram account. There's a lot of things I'm dealing with. Thank you. Thank you for the well wishes. Yada yada yada. Peace and love or whatever.
It's like they planned this perfectly to the button. It's like, oh no, we got a little controversy. What can we cook up to blame the fans?
Yeah. Well, so anyway, like I said, it's just like we said in the preview picture. Here we go again. Something goes wrong. Blame the fans. Something, the movie's not good. Blame the fans. Oh, Solo tanks. Blame the fans. The Last Jedi doesn't do well as The Force Awakens. Oh, that's the fans' fault. Forget you made a shit movie. Blame the fans. The fans aren't accepting. Like, no, you made a shit series. Okay, so anyway, we're stretching it here, but if anybody from Warner Brothers is out there listening, and I doubt who are we? Really, we got our little corner of the internet carved out. But if anybody out there from Warner Brothers is listening, please issue an official statement. Let us know why Anna Diop has taken her Twitter Instagram account. I'm getting them all confused. Twitter, Facebook,
Instagram, they're all the same any fucking more. They all get you in trouble.
Let us know. Stay within the next few days.
You cut out there, but I think what you were saying was, but I don't think we're going to hear anything from Warner Brothers. They're going to let the media run with this.
No, yeah, because it's a narrative. Because it's a convenient narrative. It's not convenient, as church ladies to say. But we'll say we'll have more as this story develops. So Aije Nizuma, hope I pronounced that. Teen Titans now too violent for teens to watch.
Well, it is rated
Yeah,
TVMA.
drop the F-bomb too.
Boy, you're really cutting out bad, Rob.
Yeah. Baghead 777. Her MySpace is still up. MySpace is still around, actually. MySpace is still.
Yeah, MySpace is still.
Yeah.
around.
Okay. Stretch. I'll go check the tablet, see if it's up.
So no, and like I said, I predicted this. We've said it from the start since the first pictures came out, and everybody had an issue with how she looked, not because of her race, but because of how they dressed her. You know, they're saying your mama dresses you funny. Well, I don't see why this was a good idea. I don't know who thought this was a good idea to make her look like this, but yeah, not a very good look. But we got some more DC news here as soon as Rob gets back. I prompted him to go check his tablet in case that was what was making him cut out. The next story we got coming up here, though, is there was some big hullabaloo yesterday. We got big Batman news coming out. Well, we did have some Batman news come out, but it seems like it's mostly rumors for now.
Yeah, I'm back. I shut the tablet off.
Maybe
Even if it's just sitting idle. Even if you have a tablet that's just sitting idle, it's still drawing data too. So
hopefully that'll help, folks. Apologize for that. And we're ready for the Batman story. Tell us all about this, Rob. Hollywood has it out for the Waynes, don't they? I think the Waynes have been killed on screen more time than anybody else in history, haven't they? Except for maybe Kenny.
Yeah. Imagine if there was a Hawkman movie. Hawkman dies every 10 days.
That's true.
At least in the comic. But this actually comes to us from comicbook.com. The Batman movie rumored to be based on Batman Year One comic. There's still a lot of uncertainty surrounding DC Entertainment and Warner Brothers' next plans for the Batman film movie franchise. In fact, San Diego Comic-Con 2018 came and went with nary a reveal about the project, which is coming from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes director Matt Reeves. I was like, Dawn? When was there a movie called Dawn? Oh, there was a Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Okay. Rumors continue to be the only thing to go on. And the latest one states that the Batman is going to be drawing from the Batman Year One comics for its storyline. Revenge of the Fan has an extensive breakdown on what's going on with the Batman. And a major part of that report has to do with the film's casting goals as related to its setting. According to Revenge of the Fan, Warner Brothers and DC are now looking for a Bruce who is 15 to 20 years younger and is meant to be 25 to 30 years old in the story Reeves wants to tell. This is supposedly to find a Bruce Wayne who will be the centerpiece of the storyline based on Frank Miller's Year One, according to Return of the Fan. In short, if Batman v Superman bore a passing resemblance to Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, then the Batman will bear a resemblance to Miller's Batman Year One. The report also openly admits what most fans will probably point out: we've seen Year One adapted for film before. Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins carries a lot of Year One in its DNA, and the actual storyline was adapted into a DC Universe animated feature in 2011, which actually is very good.
Yeah.
So if this rumor is true, what will be needed to distinguish Reeves' film from the other Year One adaptations will be a very different take on a Batman's very early career. As Revenge of the Fan notes, this rumor does sync up with the latest reports about the Batman, namely that a production crew is being assembled, a sign that a story and script have been completed. The film will cast a younger Bruce Wayne as a soft reboot, and the Penguin will be one of the villains.
Okay, I want to say this. I was on the comments earlier. Oh, go ahead. I thought the story was done. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the latter rumor, especially relevant DCU, Justice, okay, Batman's early years, exploding penguins, okay, Cobblepot, yada yada yada, paragraph speculative, they're speculating and nobody cares. Okay.
I was just gonna say, I was on the comments.
I always had the fun. That's how you know when I'm done with a story. When I say, yada yada, blah blah blah, nobody cares.
And this gentleman was talking about how we basically just seem to bitch about everything, and it becomes a bitch fest. And I tried to tell him, we don't make the news We'd love to get some good news out of Hollywood. This isn't good news.
Yeah.
How many times do we need to see the same fucking story about Batman again and again and again and again?
Yeah. But Bitch Fest, Bitch Fest actually that was a good movie. I starred Ginger Lynn, I think. No, sorry, that's the wrong podcast here.
Oh shit! But no, we did it. We got this already with Batman Begins.
I'm sorry. I'm still on Bitch Fest.
You want to know how to make a good Batman movie? Quit telling us origin stories. We know how Batman became Batman.
Yes, walking home from theater, Joe Chill, gun, bang, dead parents. I mean, that's...
My grandma, before she passed, may she rest in peace, I made a point once to somebody. I asked my grandma, I'm like, who's Batman? She told me flat out who Batman was, origin story and all. Probably never read a comic in her whole life. That's how well everybody knows that fucking story. Go into the future. Do something new. Do something different. Do something fresh. I don't need to see Thomas and Martha Wayne killed once again. I don't need to see Bruce Wayne fall into a bat cave. I don't need to see Ra's al Ghul teaching him how to be Batman. I don't need to see it again.
Yeah, why don't they go for Long Halloween? Yeah, Long Halloween, Hush. I mean, there's a lot of stories. But supposedly they're gonna. I read there was another rumor about Harvey Dent being in this movie. Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond was rumored to be about 10 years ago. There was supposed to be like a Batman Beyond movie. No, actually longer than that. With the kid from first it was supposed to be Keanu Reeves, and then the kid Jason Bear from Roswell, I think was rumored to be part of it. And with Charlton Heston as an old Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Kid.
I was the Batman.
Robin, go fetch me my belt. I'm going hunting.
Penguin, get your filthy paws off me.
So
Wings, whatever they are.
But there's so many Batman stories. There are so
penguins.
many Batman stories. I mean, and they keep going with
Robin, get my gun.
I can't remember
an NRA joke.
Yeah, from Mr. Heston, please give us the cowl. We're not making the movie anymore. But Mike Cold, no, Mr. Heston, please give us the cowl back. We're not making the movie anymore. There was actually a movie. I can't remember who was supposed to make it. Oh God! And it was actually going to be this. Oh yeah, totally different take on Batman. He was supposed to be working in a garage, and it was this weird kind of. It was a very weird story. Batman movies. Just stretch while I work it up, Tom. Coming up.
Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about. It was like he's not rich, and he uses all his. He's like a gearhead, like you said, so he uses all that to kind of do his thing, something like that.
And this was from a big name director too. I mean, Ivan Reitman's, Tim Burton's Batman Forever, Boaz Yakin, no, Darren Aronofsky. That makes sense, who was going to make it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Eventually, Warner Bros. Decided the best way to handle Batman reboot the character altogether, going for back for an origin story. Schumacher was okay. Blah blah blah. Studio hired Miller to work up what became a Miller-esque. They paired co-writer Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah, because Schumacher was going to do year one after Batman 4. That was his plan. He was going to take it back.
Yeah, Darren Aronofsky was going. Yeah, Darren Aronofsky was going to have them. Yeah, Draven G. Darren Aronofsky. Yeah, he was supposed to have him like in a garage, a gearhead. I mean, it was going to be a weird take on Batman, and there's actually a lot of kind of weird superhero stories floating around Hollywood, and from what I heard, even James Cameron's Spider-Man was going to be weird.
I've read The Treatment. And there's a lot of shit in that treatment that wound up in Raimi's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, like there's full scenes that are almost word for word, like not is it the opening? Well, close to the opening scene with Peter and the whole thing on the how he gets bit by the spider. All that's almost verbatim. The fight with Flash is almost verbatim. The fact that the spider webs are part of the powers instead of him creating them was part of James Cameron's script. The big differences, though, I think, was the villain and just a few other minor things. But yeah, he even had the wrestling scene in it and everything like that.
Randy Macho Man Savage was still
Crusher or Saw. What is it? I fucking forgot.
Bonesaw.
Bonesaw, yeah. So we have to a Slim Jim.
Tonight's episode of Midnight's Edge brought to you by Slim Jims. Slim Jims.
Brought to you by Brondo.
You know you want to, but you.
And by Carl's Jr.
It's a thirst annihilator.
Because they pay me every time I say it. Carl's Jr. Brought to you by Carl's Jr. Oh, shit. No, anyway. Idiocracy. We went off on a tangent.
Yeah. But anyway, like I said, this stop origin stories, please. And like I said, the Court of Owls. Yes, the Court of Owls would also be great. Thank you, Dan Kilroy. And somebody pointed out before that Marvel got it right with Spider-Man Homecoming. They just jumped right in. Okay, no need to tell this again.
Sure, it's not the best Spider-Man movie, but it wasn't bad. It was better than the last Andrew Garfield one. We didn't need to see Uncle Ben get killed again.
Well, that was a very low bar, though. Last Andrew.
That's what I'm saying. Well, true. Yeah. But how do you make a Spider-Man movie suck? The answer, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh boy!
If you thought that Spider-Man 3 was bad, wait till you see what we got in store for you.
You did see the frozen Norman Osborn head, right? That picture.
Yeah.
There's was that. Yeah. Okay. That's just be thankful. Some things. And was that hat wearing guy? Was that hat wearing guy supposed to be the gentleman?
I think so. They were setting up the Sinister Six. Remember?
Yeah, all those gadgets in that thing. Yeah,
yeah. Because
of course
Spider-Man
Harry goes.
3...
Yeah, yeah. You see Harry Osborn put on that that suit, the Goblin suit, when he's got the bad teeth. I'm like, kids, you can't say this enough. Stay away from crystal meth.
We've gone way, way, way off track here. So what do you guys think of all this news? Let us know in the comments after the show, and of course you out there in the comments right now live, let us know. But we also want to take some questions from you guys. We love getting questions. Rob loves getting questions, because then you guys can drink.
Yes,
we have a drinking game finally.
Actually, you know what? The number at the end of the evening, the number game actually does pretty good. That's pretty. No, that is a pretty good number from 1 to 10. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. But actually, we did I don't know. This is all kind of old news, but we also learned the Flashpoint movie is dead. So and it's just going to be a Flash.
Of old news, but it comes along with news that a Flash movie is still set to start filming in the spring of next year.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Thought we dodged that bullet. We didn't.
Just be forewarned, I'm riding high on a Claritin here, so because my allergies have been pretty bad. Right. So, yes, Claritin.
I gotta get to the store here before the next hour, so let's keep this within X amount of questions, Rob.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll take what about? Let's just see how many questions we can take in it. Okay. Lokta. Is it Lokta or Lokta? I don't know.
Lokta sounds cool.
Have you heard about kind of like Tone Lokta?
Well, like Amethyst Chaos, I got to say this quick from our she's one of our head admins from the Facebook group. I was talking to her earlier about how they love to kill the Waynes.
Yeah.
And she said something about him casting Sean, or said something about it. Well, if they cast Sean Bean as Thomas Wayne, does that mean it's going to be like the end of the world or something? Because he dies in everything he's in. It's like, yeah, it works better in context.
Yeah. Lokta, have you heard about what Sunrise President Yasuo Miyakawa said in an interview about the new Gundam live action movie. No, I haven't heard, but please don't keep me in suspense any longer.
I know they've been talking about it.
Anthony Altieri says, Rob Claritin, lightweight. Do you do a hit of NyQuil like a man?
Well, at least you ain't going every 5 seconds.
Hey. You plasma stove fiend, bitch. I got my Jimmy whacked 7 times last week. Hey, Rob, don't know if you've heard, but Wilson Bethel is playing Bullseye in Daredevil Season 3, and the character is going to start as an unstable FBI agent.
Oh, jeez. That's because they brought that up the other night, wasn't it? That he was one of the sharpshooters or whatever?
Yeah, the Ace of Spades.
Yeah. No news on Wreck-It Ralph 2 other than it's coming to theaters near you.
Oliver Smith, have you guys ever heard that one of the creators of She-Ra is cool with this show being rebooted? I haven't heard that. No, this is news to me.
Well, of course they're cool with it. They got a big fat check.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't know, what's his face? I don't even know if he's still alive anymore, is he? Lou, what the hell's his last name? It's on the beginning of
Lou Rankin?
No.
Bath?
Filmation head.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Just I can't.
Yeah, his signature's at the beginning of every fucking Filmation show. I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, I don't know. Is he still alive?
I don't think he is.
Because he would be one of the creators. Him and his wife, I think, were the creators, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, stretch while I look it up. Head of Filmation.
Yeah.
So Filmation.
Like
Lou Scheimer.
I was just gonna say it's like Scheimer or Shimmer, isn't it?
Lou
I just
Scheimer.
had it. No. Yeah, I think
Lou
him and his
Scheimer,
wife.
Harold Sutherland, and Norm Prescott were the heads of Filmation. Oh wow, Santo Dominus.
Hello, sir. You want Rob to strip or something? He got a lap dance out of you, boy.
25 dance. $25 Canadian.
Rob
okay, now I have to go
for the money.
I have to go out and buy Molson now. Either that or maple syrup. What do you guys think of the HBO Watchmen series? Also, keep up the great work. Love your live shows. You guys need a super show with Doomcock and the ladies.
If the internet can handle it.
I wasn't that big a fan of the Watchmen movie. I think you're taking a good idea and you're just stretching it needlessly, but a chance for more development. But this doing
Isn't it going to be a prequel?
I think so.
And that's where I'm like, because I have like a love-hate relationship with the original film. Because I think half of it is a really good adaptation, and the other half is just Zack Snyder schlock. And the movie wouldn't be so long if you slowed down, sped up all the slow-mo shit and all that stuff.
Speed up all the slow motion stuff, and it's about 90 minutes.
I'm really kind of torn on this Watchmen series because I've heard bad things about it, and I don't want to get my hopes too high up. But Watchmen deserves to be a series, even if it was just a mini series, like a straight adaptation of the comic book. If somebody were to spend the money on that and do it as, like how many issues was it originally? Was it 15?
It was like 10.
Okay, yeah, like 10 or 12. I can't remember. I think it was more than 10. But regardless, if they were to do like a whole like 8, 10, 12 episode miniseries of it for like HBO, that would be like a dream come true. I know this is a really controversial topic, but I didn't mind the ending of the Watchmen film. I know some people do. But to me, the ending of the film makes more logical sense within the film than the ending of the comic book with the same result. But some people don't agree with me on that. But other than that, I would love to just see a straight adaptation because I love that motion comic, but it's really creepy when you got the one dude doing all the female voices and shit, especially like in the sex scenes and stuff. So
is he doing them like Stewie? Hello, Mrs. Pennyworth.
Kind of. You never seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it, but
it's available separately, and if you get like the Ultimate Edition or whatever, it's in there. But yeah, I wish they would do like a full-fledged animated, like in the style of the comic books would be amazing too. But yeah, other than that, super show definitely.
Yeah, somebody actually had a question about Lock and Key. Actually, Lock and Key got picked up by Netflix.
I was going to say,
Lock and got picked, and And freak. Oh, jeez, the things pop under here. And Frances O'Connor is going to be playing Nina Locke. So Lock and Key just got picked up by Netflix.
There you go.
So look for that soon. There's gonna be some change. They're gonna make some changes to it though. Cyber Christ. Will we get a Mask movie? Mask movie is supposed to be in the works. There's supposed to be a Hasbro Interconnected Universe.
Mask Crusade.
Matt Tracker was a lousy parent. I mean, he let his kid go on all those missions with him. Let me see.
Did you hear about the Mask G.I. Joe crossover deal?
No, I didn't.
They had I don't know how long ago it was, but I guess they had a Matt Tracker G.I. Joe. And they were planning on some crossover comic or something like that, but it never came to be. Yeah.
Marvel did a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover, I remember.
Yeah.
What do you yeah, that was it was pretty lame. The Decepticons actually helped out G.I. Joe.
Okay, The Watchmen is set in a pseudo-sequel universe, a.k.a. trash.
Okay.
For that.
Mark Fields, what do you think of Star Trek 4 Kelvin timeline involving Chris Hemsworth? Sounds like another time travel one to me. Yeah. Well, S.J. Clarkson, who did Life on Mars, she's going to be doing that. Involves time travel, but Calvin, they keep talking about it, but until I just see
heard
actually
yesterday,
some movement.
according to who was it? It was either Simon Pegg or Zachary Quinto. I can't remember which.
I think it was Zachary Quinto. I think I saw that same story.
Said something about they are, as far as he knows, they're going with the Tarantino script, and they're planning for an R-rated film, which would not surprise me. And people probably scratching their heads on that, but think about it for a minute. What did they do with STD?
Yeah.
They made it more edgy and adult-oriented, so they're going to push this. They couldn't make money as a PG-13 to go after the teenagers, so they think as long as the teenagers think it's edgy and cool, they'll go see it. That's why.
Yeah. Draven G, where do you think the comic book movie would be if George Miller's Justice had come out in 2009 as originally planned? It's a good question. I'm not sure.
Well, I did say back in that, not that far, but when they started to do the DC stuff, I'm like, they're going to keep trying to do the same thing as Marvel. Why don't they just start with like Justice League and then branch out, do it the opposite way if they're going to do it this way? Otherwise, they didn't take the time to build up their characters. So it's either you throw them all at us once, like something like that with somebody who could probably handle it, like George Miller. It probably would have been way different.
Tyler Bioshock.
There is actually a mini documentary coming up soon with some info on that.
Yeah, I had to get around to the recording. I almost thank you for reminding me, man. Thank you for reminding me about that. I almost forgot.
Yeah,
I got the script.
We got so much shit on our plate.
Yeah, I got the script and my car tax payment on my heart.
Well, I just sent you a little money today. That should help.
Right. City loves booting cars. Okay, Tyler Bioshock, for fun. Who is your favorite adult actress? Genuine curious. Side note. Finally found Andre's cameo in Snowman. I saw that. God, that movie sucked. It was kind of fun. Favorite adult actress?
I don't even know how to answer.
Depends on my mood, really.
Ron Jeremy.
No. I know, Ron. I got my stroke from you. There was an actress. There was an adult film actress. She wasn't a huge star, but she was pretty enough. Her name is Patricia Kennedy, and she, like I said, she was like I said, she watched a lot, and she did quite a bit.
Evidently, the internet does not want you to talk about that, Rob, because you just started cutting out.
That I recognize.
Now you're back.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Barbara through that whole thing.
Oh yeah. See, and they're censoring me. They didn't cut out. They're censoring. Yeah. Like I said, Patricia Kennedy was the one that I always liked. She wasn't a huge star, but she did quite a few things like a lot of other girls wouldn't. And Barbara Dare was one that I remember from film to film. So I recognize her from more than one film. So anyway. Yeah. I did used to like Diana Loren.
Black Claw 2. Do you guys think WB will get the courage to try another Justice League film? Should Aquaman, Shazam, and WW84 become well received? I didn't see the first 83 WWs. Oh, Wonder Woman 84. Oh, yeah. I don't foresee them doing too much crossover anytime soon again. I mean, I'm sure they'll mention they already showed in Shazam that they mentioned Batman and Superman and stuff like that. But I don't think they'll try another Justice League for some time. That just costs them way too much money. And there's still talks going around of whether or not Henry Cavill's still involved in the DC universe because his contract's up or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and there's been no word on a Man of Steel 2 recently or anything like that. And as far as he knows, there hasn't been any talks recently. So, and like he's kind of like he doesn't know what's going on, I guess. I don't know. I didn't read the whole article, so I don't really care.
Hold on.
I don't care about Superman anymore. At least that's Superman. I want a new Superman.
Black Claw 2. Do you think WB will get the courage to try another Justice League?
That's the one I just asked.
Oh, okay. All right. Duh.
Wake up, Rob. Out for a minute. Wake up, Rob.
Prince Caspian.
You were thinking about the porn stars, Kennedy, weren't you?
Yeah. Prince Caspian. Any thoughts on Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I've never seen it. I'm not a Quentin Tarantino fan.
Oh, that's the new movie he's got coming out.
Well, I probably won't see that one either.
That's the one about the Manson murders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What was the question about it? The exact question.
What do you think about it?
Oh,
what do you think about it?
I love Tarantino. You don't. I do. I hope he handles the context and the material with some taste. Because, he did Inglourious Bastards, which was a quote-unquote historical kind of, where he took his own liberties with the historical parts of it. I don't know if he'll do that here. This will probably be one of the more straightforward, serious Tarantino movies we've had in a while. If I had to guess. That's about all I have to say about that. It's getting a good cast, it sounds like, though. So. All right, what do we got next?
Evangelion 007. Did you know Hasbro IDW is planning to make their own universe? Suicide Squad, Thunderbolts, My Little Pony, Nightmare, Luna 5. Yeah, there's a Hasbro interconnected universe coming. We did, yeah. Hold on. There was another one. Did Ant-Man and the Wasp underperform from Kellen O'Rourke?
It compared to the Avengers and compared to Black Panther, yes. But it still has a couple markets to open up in. And I know Andre did kind of say it was underperforming in the last video, which it did on its second weekend. But also, a lot of people fail to point out that it opened 35% bigger than the original Ant-Man did. And the original Ant-Man is still one of the lowest grossing Marvel movies. Regardless, it was a surprise hit then. I think people had too high of expectations for this one now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think a lot of people were expecting it to be this huge monster runaway hit.
Right. And I think to me, I think it's performing within what I expected it to, because I knew it wasn't going to be nearly as big as Black Panther or Avengers. I mean, if it finishes off its run with $500 million, I think that's a good run for them.
Will says, will we ever get another Mad Max or Furiosa movie? We did a mini documentary about that.
And Tom Hardy, I guess, has been out talking about it. I suppose now that he's out doing rounds for things. He still sounds like he's interested in doing it. As far as George Miller being involved and the whole deal with Warner Brothers, check out our mini documentary for info on that. So I don't know how likely it is that we'll get a George Miller Mad Max, and I don't know what kind of control he has over the character, but money talks. Sooner or later, Warner Brothers is going to make a deal. So
yeah. Let me see. Hold on. I
think I lost you completely, Rob.
please, no sub. Have you
I
seen
lost you
DC
completely there.
superhero? Yeah. Have you seen make it actual Klingons, not the Klingorks? I said. K-Mation, have you seen DC superhero girls? Why don't you take the questions and then I chime in? How about that?
Yeah, because you're cutting out. I didn't even hear the question last time.
Go ahead.
Let's see.
Close the browser and you.
Um, where was the last one you left off on here? I see.
About
Okay.
DC superhero girls.
And mine blinks on me. I don't know why. Okay, have you seen DC superhero girls from K-Mation? She-Ra designs look similar to that franchise, and since Mattel owns both toy licenses, I bet you that the main reason for those design cause the toy will be the same.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
There's just this thing lately where, and I understand it to a point. I get like the last night and last time we had Ren on. I get what she's saying to a point. I just think they're overdoing it with She-Ra. But yeah, they're at this point where they're trying to downplay the sexualization of girls' toys, and that's understandable. I mean, but then again, as buxom as Barbie was, that girl had every job in the world. She could do whatever the hell she wanted. You got to give her that much. But She-Ra, on the other hand, I'll be interested to see if girls are even interested in something like this, because toys are on a way. There's a reason why Toys R Us closed, and yeah, Star Wars had a little to do with it, but it's more so that toys in general don't sell anymore, and the market is so oversaturated with toys.
Yeah.
Like, kids have too many options now, and when they have a better option already in their hand called their cell phone or their tablet, they're not usually likely to pick up a toy and play with it when they could pick up a PS4 controller or an Xbox One controller and play something almost as realistic on their television and get a lot more excitement and engagement out of it.
My nephew is 2 years old. He just sits there on the cell phone watching Elmo.
There you go.
And he's 2 years old. You know what his favorite two words are? Almost done. Almost done, and no Wi-Fi.
Aw, that's so adorable.
Everybody goes, almost done, and if you try to take the fun away from him, he starts screaming, almost done, almost done.
James Thrice wants to know, is the Dread TV series actually going to happen? That's still up in the air, but it sounds like things are cooking. We got the recent report that Andre did about a production company being set up, what looks like, for the Judge Dredd TV series. And then we got some news today that they already have 2 seasons worth of episodes written. So I think now it's just down to who's going to buy it, who's going to be interested in it. So
yeah, they got to get a distributor.
And that's really why you haven't heard too much about it other than that. I mean, we're starting to hear stuff, so that means that they're probably getting out there shopping it around now finally. I'm sure they're gunning for like Netflix, HBO, Showtime, Stars, Hulu, that kind of thing.
Well, as soon as they can find somebody to bankroll the series, then that you're going to hear more about it.
And yeah, we have no confirmation as far as like who's involved or anything yet, but there's speculation. But again, check out Andre's reports on that, because he's way more in depth on Judge Dredd and the happenings of 2000 AD.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Yeah, let's do one or two more, as Rob says. Hey, Rob.
Give me a shot, quick.
Top RPDR Videos asks, just out of curiosity, which internet provider services are in your zone?
I have 2 internet providers in my area. Comcast, which is way overpriced, and Frontier. Yeah. And which is shit.
Yeah, and then there's a bunch of people chiming in. Yeah, video games have replaced toys, says James Thrice. Graham Strauss says kids aren't buying plastic figures. Yeah, that's true. And then the last He-Man reboot was good, but the toys didn't sell. Yeah, they found out recently when they tried to restart the He-Man line again that the only people buying the toys were adults. Mm-hmm. And that's generally the case across the board on most of these. It's like if there's and that's why we see so many of these expensive collectible figures now.
I don't know if anybody out there knows about this. or but we still see comic book. But are there like in town to town? Are there video game like?
You're cutting out real bad, Rob. It's really weird. Start again. See what happens. Still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, that whole thing when you started talking, you went cut out.
Oh, motherfuck!
Yeah.
Damn you, Agit Pie! So I was saying, there's comic book conventions, there's record conventions, there's like toy conventions. Are there video game conventions? And I know about E3, but are there the smaller, like in different towns? Are there
there's
video game
competitions and stuff too, aren't there?
Yeah, but I mean, like, the video, like if you ever been to a comic book.
Now you're cutting out again. I think you're asking if you're getting comic book convention. I know what you're talking about. I think if anything, the thing with video games is it makes it so easy to connect with everybody over the internet that you don't really need to. But outside of trade shows and shit, yeah, maybe some competitions.
And is there? And the other thing is everything is downloadable too.
Yeah.
More questions.
All right, let's see what we got next here. Vincent207, what's your thoughts on separating the art from the artist? Do you think I'm fine still liking things from guys such as Weed and Gunn, or am I a lousy person for doing so? Love you guys. No, I guess it depends. I mean, we were just talking about this before the show. The last time we had Jake on, and Cosby came up, and it's like, it sucks because the guy did some hilarious stand-up, but he's a fucking creep in real life, So it's like you have this point where I'm sure once you get far enough down the road, people will probably start to appreciate Cosby's comedy again and be able to separate the comedy from the guy.
Yeah.
Like years after he's passed. I know a good example is, Woody Allen. You're a huge Woody Allen fan, and I imagine it's got to be difficult sometimes to separate his, personal life from what's on the screen and stuff like that. But Gunn, on the other hand, he has not been charged with anything. He has not been accused of anything. The only thing that you can really say about Gunn is that he told some distasteful jokes. He did not tell 10,000 distasteful jokes. 10,000 tweets got deleted. And the reason for that is because, I don't know the exact name of the app, some kind of bomb or something like that it's called. But supposedly, the same thing with Ryan Johnson's account. They use this app to go after certain phrases, words, what have you, and it just automatically deletes all these things. So even if he just had the F word or something in a tweet, it's going to delete it, whether it was something that had anything to do with anything or not. As of this point, there's only been, I think, 15 was the number counted. Not all 15 are pedophilia jokes. Of those 15, I think only 12 were, or maybe 10. I can't remember offhand. But it's one of those things where there's more proof that he was telling just shitty jokes than he's actually a pedophile. But until there's any kind of accusations or charges brought upon the guy, you just got to look at it as, you don't really need to separate him from his art yet, because there's nothing that says he did anything necessarily wrong per se. But then when you get on guys like Weinstein and all this other stuff like that, I mean, I think to me it depends on how invested they were in it.
Tom, I would just like to say I love Sun Yi. Sun Yi means Sun Yi. I swear I thought she was a sister. I swear. Sun Yi is you people. Is forbidden. The yum. I get so aroused around here. I don't understand. It's
just wrong. Just wrong.
Yeah.
James Thrice is downloading you now, Rob. You can have him back after he's done.
Okay. Yeah, this guy.
Thanks for breaking the tension there.
These guys with the movies, the superheroes, they wear tights. How do you not chafe in those?
Robama Cobb, do you think the Aquaman trailer ripped off Black Panther? If so, are you worried the whole movie will be a ripoff? I did see somebody do a comparison, and there's a lot of similarities. Of course, we'll have to wait to see the movie to find out, but kind of seems to be the case.
Mm-hmm. Aquaman. What kind of hero is this Aquaman? I mean, he talks to fish. I mean, what he's he's gonna be working at a Long John Silver before you know it. I mean, come on. So, okay.
Okay. Have you heard? Asks Santa Dominus. The bird is the word. Bird is the word. About the online petition to hire gun back. Yeah, and it's got like I think it's close to 200,000 signatures now.
I haven't signed it yet because I don't want my name associated with a lot of those things, you know?
Well, we've tried not to avoid this whole subject because the only reason we brought it up in the first place is because he got fired. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason. The only reason we covered it. Because that's not a part of or a side of the business that we get into. We get into the corporate politics and behind the scenes. Unless it's something that directly affects a movie, we don't generally bring it up. Because you get into political debates and moral debates and all this other stuff. And we have situations like we had the other night when Matt got really upset. But yeah, I've heard this thing about the petition. What we have here now is like, okay, last week I would have said there's no way James Gunn is getting his job back. But now I'd say there's maybe a 25% chance he's going to get his job back. And I only say that because the stars of the movie and other MCU people are starting to get behind him. So you're going to have a standoff there between the studio and a bunch of the stars. And then also, if people like you and us and the general audience, if we side with Gunn and decide that it wasn't really fair for what Disney did to him, regardless of however you feel about the situation, people might boycott Captain Marvel because I think I brought this up on the Wilk Report, but people forget that the next movie coming out isn't an Avengers movie. It's Captain Marvel. So there's a lot of fans who could turn around and say, oh, I don't need to go see that in the theater. And it worked for Solo in a way. And
there's a lot riding on Captain Marvel.
Yeah. And
we're not even talking just about the optics of it, of having a female superhero, you know, and Disney cannot afford to have that one bomb.
Yeah, that's just it. It's like this, and that's a movie that the fans can afford to say, you know, I'm not going to go, and this is why. Yeah. And it's going to be an interesting few weeks, months, whatever we have here going forward. So, I mean, regardless of how you feel about the situation, you just always have to remember that there has been no accusations made. Go out and do a little research on the matter. Don't take the hyperbolic headlines, you know, and run with them because you're just going to make yourself look like an idiot.
Yeah. And well, you can, like I said, Monday Matt, and our good buddy Monday Matt, he actually did quite involved videos about this, so he's covered this very well. So go check out his take on them.
Yeah, and he's even covered some of the Dan Harmon situation, which I'm not going to get into that either. That's another one we decided not to because at this moment in time it hasn't affected anything. He apologized, and Cartoon Network accepted the apology, so at this point we saw it as a non-story. So yeah, if you want some coverage on that, that's one place to go. We don't always agree with everything Matt says, but he's always been a good friend of Midnight's Edge and a contributor, so...
Morty, it's a disaster, Morty. It's a disaster, Morty.
Oh, jeez, Rick, I don't feel so good.
Ian Giovanni says, by your logic, you can't like Pulp Fiction because Harvey Weinstein produced it. Well, that was the logic I was trying to get to, is you have to find a point where you just have to personally separate certain things from whoever's involved. That's just it.
Listen, I'm a huge Beatles fan, okay? John Lennon was a prick. the guy was an asshole. Does it diminish his contribution to the media? No. I mean, yeah, he was a scumbag in his personal life, but he still.
And actually, when I was getting to with the Weinstein thing, it's a little easier to watch a Weinstein movie because you don't see his face. And that's where I was getting to, is like how much of the involvement is something's involved. Like Like I couldn't put on Leonard Part 6 right now or The Cosby Show without feeling just a little off.
Nobody could put on Leonard Part 6 right now.
Most people didn't pay attention if Weinstein name was on a movie before the whole Weinstein incident. That's what, the whole thing is. Before that, it didn't fucking matter. So.
Yeah.
And you also got to look at it this way. Even though both the brothers' names are on all kinds of movies, we learned through our interviews and stuff that if it was a artsy-fartsy Oscar movie, that was a Harvey movie. If it was a schlocky comedy or horror film or something like that, the movies that made money, that was a Bob movie. So even though both their names were on them, that's basically where the division in the company came. So like all the Dimension horror movie stuff, the Crow sci-fi type stuff, that was all Bob. If it was artsy-fartsy English Patient, that kind of stuff, that was all Harvey. So
yeah,
take that as you will.
Steve Bannon used to the racist, bloated Robert Redford lookalike. He used to work for Donald Trump. He used to work on Seinfeld. Does that mean I'm never going to watch Seinfeld
yeah, he produced
again?
all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. Didn't he he produced then there was the other guy that we brought up that was one of the producers for Warner Brothers for years until he started working for Trump. So I mean,
Mnuchin.
Yeah, Mnuchin.
The king of foreclosures. He used to kick little old ladies out of their house.
Yeah.
One for owing 33 cents to the bank. I'm not kidding. I'm not making that up. So anyway, like I said,
we don't want to get into all that kind of crap. It's
we don't. Like I said, you got. Like I said, you gotta make the separation between the art and the artist a lot of times. So
right. And at this point, as far as Gunn goes, there's no proof that he did anything wrong. At this point, so
if you have video of him robbing a bank,
that's just it. Calfman heard Ant-Man 2 wasn't very good. It was not the best Marvel movie. I had some issues with it. Andre had a few issues with it. I don't think you've seen it yet, have you, Rob?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen it yet.
You don't know how to get to a movie unless we force you, it seems like.
The last movie you made me go see was Solo.
And then you're like sitting there like on the floor in the fetal position go, don't make me go to another movie ever again, please.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, you motherfuckers, you made me go see this. I'd be home watching Ginger Lynn movies.
All right, well, it looks like a lot of our audience is leaving, so I think it's about time we...
Yeah, let's wrap this puppy up.
It's a little early for us, but hey, there wasn't a bunch of news tonight, so...
Yeah.
But we'll see how this weekend goes. Unless there's some big breaking news between now and the weekend, I wouldn't expect to hear too much out of us, but you never know. I might try and come on and do some live Q&A by myself at some point. But other than that, take us away, Rob.
Yes, if you like what we do here, check out that subscribe button at the page. You see that subscribe button? You click that and you subscribe. Then you click the bell icon. That way you're notified of all the latest videos. You get notified of the live shows. And if you really like what we do, why not head over to Patreon? Patreon subscribers, that's all, folks. Patreon supporters can get all kinds of neat stuff. Early notification of mini documentaries. You can get first crack at the Trekalog animations. We got lost episodes, bloopers, bleepers, all kinds of neat stuff. Behind the Edge making of the videos. You get to learn how Midnight Edge came to be, and you can support the channel on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And as I always say, if you can't, if you don't have the means right now to support us through Patreon, please click the subscribe button. Please click the bell icon. Watch the ads. Take 30, 40 seconds. Watch the ads. Doomcock actually said the same thing. Just watch, let the ads play. That actually throws a little bone our way. So, and head over to main channel, subscribe there. As I always say, we cannot do this without you. And so that's the way it is for July. It's 5 months till Christmas, man. Can you believe that?